Hello and welcome back to another video from Tech Spotlight. Guys, I've got some very exciting information in today's video. It's actually going to be a news segment. Some supposed rumors of the Switch 2 specs has leaked, and I wanted to go over what the specs are leaked as, what this could mean for the future of the Switch gaming community, and what I am excited for most if these rumors actually come out to be true. So let's check out what the Switch 2 has to offer, or could have to offer. All right, so I have a couple websites that I cite, but I will go over the list right here that I found on Reddit, which will be linked in the description if you want to check this out for yourself. So this is just a summary of what the Switch 2 specs could look like for us. So one thing I want to point out is the 8-core A78C CPU. Don't really know the clock rates or anything like that yet, but could be a big upgrade compared to what the Switch is running with now. Could have a 12-stream multiprocessor GPU that could range from 3.5 to 4.5 teraflops, and they're also thinking that it could have between 12 and 16 gigs of DDR5 RAM, which would be a really big upgrade. And also you can see that the bandwidth is going to be upgraded as well, whether you're playing docked or handheld. Could also see a 8-inch screen, which would be really nice. The one thing that I would wonder is it going to be, with that bigger screen, is that going to be a little bit too big for a handheld? I guess we'll just kind of have to wait and see how they design it, how comfortable it will be. And then also going to be with the Joy-Cons, because I know on the current Switch, I have had issues with the Joy-Cons with the weight on the Switch. I have had Joy-Cons over time that have just kind of become like loose. So hopefully that there may be an upgrade to the Joy-Cons themselves with a bigger screen to not have any issues due to the weight with Joy-Cons bending or warping over time. And one of the reasons why I ended up just ditching the regular Joy-Cons altogether and going to the Hori Split Pad Compact. So that would be something that I'm curious about. But an 8-inch screen running at full 1080p with a 60 hertz refresh rate would be really nice. And then as well, some big storage upgrades. Speculation say it could have either a 256 or 512 gig internal storage. But again, we all know that they're going to have an SD card slot, so you can expand that. And that is about most of what has been leaked so far. But talking about the potential of having DLSS or upgrades to ray tracing in comparisons to the RTX 3000 series graphics cards. And again, some of these specs could lead to massive improvements in the quality and style of games that we could see coming in the Switch 2. So that is leaked on, that information is available on Reddit right now. Again, I'll have a link in the description. But we do have some sources here from Tom's Guide, again, all stating pretty much the same thing. Again, these are just speculation at this point. Until we actually get information from Nintendo, we're not going to know what is true and what is not true. But they're saying that it could be on par with the PS4 when playing in docked mode, which is a really massive improvement from what we could see. And then they're also talking about potentially a souped up Nintendo Switch 2 Pro, which again, maybe that's the one that's going to have more RAM, more storage, maybe an upgraded screen. Who knows? Again, all speculation at this point. But I know the Switch has been out now for like 6 years. I've had mine since launch. I have used mine very thoroughly. And having the potential to get an upgrade so you could see potentially better games would be really nice. So what could some of these upgrades mean for the Switch 2 and the Switch gaming community? I've also seen talks of the Switch itself having built-in microphones. So maybe that is going to go into having the possibility for more online style games, like maybe Call of Duty, Gears of War style games, like more full multiplayer games where you have built-in mics on the Joy-Cons. I've seen that discussion, and that gives you options to not have to have headphones on. Even though I probably still would if it's an option. But, it's been out for 6 years. They have to do something because the Switch has been a very big seller. it's been, pretty consistently like outselling most other platforms, and the Switch is a great option. Like I said, I have been a Switch gamer. Having kids, it's been much easier to have a Switch because my kids are constantly on the TV. So it has allowed people that maybe don't have just access to a game room or access to, having the TV, um, for, family purposes, I guess. But like for me, the Switch has been a game changer because it allows me to take my gaming on the go. It allows me to take the gaming on the couch when my kids are watching their, Bluey or whatever. But I would love to see some big upgrades to the kind of games that we have available on Switch. I mean, some of my most favorite games on the Switch now have been, not Nintendo titles. Like I've played a crap ton of Doom Eternal. I've played several hundred hours of the Diablo series between Diablo 2 Resurrected, Diablo 3, and I would love to see maybe the potential for Diablo 4 to come out on Switch. That is my biggest hope. I've got the Diablo book right behind me. Big Diablo fan, so maybe we could see that release. Who knows? Maybe we could see other games like Prey, even though that probably won't happen due to other news. But the Switch 2 has to do something big. If they want to outsell the previous console, they have to do something big. So the last 6 years, I'm sure that Nintendo's been working on something. I would love to see these upgrades. I would love to see a bigger screen. I would also love to see it come out with Joy-Cons that are not junk on day one. I would love to see that because the Joy-Con drift, they went through lawsuit and everything for years. So what exactly will we see with the Switch 2? We don't yet currently know 100% sure. But from what I've read, and I'll cite the sources that I've got some of this information from in the description. But from what I've read, some of the people that have leaked this supposed information have leaked information in the past that has been spot on. So you have to take that source with a grain of salt until we actually get news from Nintendo on exactly what the specs are. But this is just a breakdown of the information that has been available so far. Some of these people are saying that they've got the information from shipment manifests and stuff from overseas. And again, we have to take it with a grain of salt. But we all have hopes and expectations, right? So let me know in the comment section what games you want to see come out on the Switch or what hardware improvements you're most excited for if they make. And hopefully sometime soon we will get actual confirmation from Nintendo on the Switch 2 and have much more valid information at our disposal to see what the future could hold for the Switch game community. So again, these are supposed to Switch 2 leaks. I've thank you so much for joining me. This was Tech Spotlight. So guys, until next time, you have an absolutely amazing day, and we'll talk soon.